Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is chapter 3, plants, parts and its functions. Okay. So you all see many plants around you. Yes, there are different kind of flowers of different colors. Some of them bear fruits. Some of them are very short. Some of them are very long or tall, and some of them bear colorful flowers, some of them do not. So, in this chapter, we are going to first of all talk about different types of plants that we have around us. Okay. So, on the basis of size and kind of stem, plants can be classified as herbs, shrubs, trees, creepers, and climbers. Okay. So, in this table, you can see that they have been differentiated by their different functions. So, the first function is of herbs. You can just see that they are very short and have a green stem. Okay, the stem of the plant is green and it may have or not have branches. So, some of the plants may have branches, some of the herbs may have branches, some of them may not. And the example is beet and carrot. Then the next is shrub. The shrub have hard but very thick stem. They have a thick stem as compared to herbs. Herbs have a tender stem, means a delicate stem which can be twisted and been broken. But shrub have a thick stem which cannot be broken off easily, and it is even brown in color. Then the stem branches out near the base. Near the base it can branch out, branches come out from the main stem. And example is China rose or hibiscus, we commonly call it as. Then we have trees. Trees, all of us know that they are tall and have hard and thick brown stem, and the stem is either known as trunk because it is very heavy and hefty, so it's known as trunk. The brown stem is also known as trunk, and it has many branches above the ground surface. It does not touch the ground, it is above the ground surface. And for example, we have mango, neem as the trees. Then we have creepers. Now the name itself suggests or tells us that creepers are the ones which have very weak stem and they cannot stand erect on their own. They cannot stand upright on their own, and therefore they spread on the ground surface. And the example for that is bottle gourd. Now even it can spread on the ground surface or from wherever it has been. If it is growing with the help of a wall, then it grows on that particular surface, but it needs support for its growth. It needs support to stand upright. Then we have climbers. They also have weak stems and they need support to climb up. They take a support of either another tree or a wall or a rod, anything nearby it. It takes a support of that and grows with the help of it. The example, common example which you can find in your own garden is money plant. The example here is shown is, that is, grapes. Okay. Now the next slide which we are going to talk about is parts of plant. Now this you are being very well aware from class 3rd itself, different parts of plant, that the plant has been divided mainly into shoot system and root system. Okay, shoot system is the one which is present above the ground surface, and root system is the one which is present below the ground surface. Now root system will start from, root system is only divided into roots. It has roots a part of it, which does the function of absorption of water and minerals. Then in shoot system, it's been divided into flower, leaf, fruit and stem. But the main part is stem, which bears all the different parts. Stem is the part which bears fruit, leaf and flowers on it. And the function of stem is to support the plant, makes the plant stand erect on its place. So this is the function of stem. Fruit, it protects the seed. Leaf, it performs photosynthesis, we all know about it. And flower, it helps in reproduction. So this was a short description of different parts of a plant and its function. Now we are going to talk in detail about all the different parts of the plant. So we are going to start with roots. Now the root system. Now we all know that roots are there, but all the plants around us do not have the same kind of root. The root differs. Okay, so there we have two kind of roots, that is taproot and fibrous root. Now taproot is the one which develops or comes out from a radicle. Now we all know that radicle and plumule are the outgrowth that comes out from a seed. Yes, we have seen it in the earlier chapter also, that a seed germinates. In the first chapter we have seen growth is a characteristic of plants as well. So from the seed two parts come out: radicle, which grows below the ground surface and develops into roots, and plumule is the part which grows above the soil surface and grows into the shoot system. So root system, it develops from a radicle and continues as a primary root, means a main root is there, and from which lateral roots comes out. Like you can see in the diagram which is shown below, there is a main branch which comes out, and then many outgrowths are been coming out from it, many branches are growing out from it. So such kind of root is known as taproot system. Now these taproot system we can find in grass very commonly. We find it in grass, wheat. These are the we find it in china rose, gram, all these, mango tree, we find taproot kind of system. Okay, and the example which I have told, wheat and maize, that been found in fibrous root kind of system. Okay, so we are going to talk about fibrous roots. Now fibrous root is the one which does not have any main root. Directly the branches of roots comes out from the basal part of it, that is the radicle, and it spreads out all over the soil. And the example is wheat, maize, grass, all these are examples of fibrous root system. Okay, all of you have understood the difference between taproot and fibrous root. Then we have functions of root. There are some common functions of root which is been found in all the different kind of plants and trees. May it be a creeper, climber, tree, or a herb or shrub. All of them have roots and they commonly do these kind of functions. So the first function is anchorage. It holds the plant in place. Anchorage means what? To hold the plant on its place. It does not move. We have seen that the plants do not show movement. They show movement in a different way. So to prevent it from blowing off from its place, root help them to anchor or to hold the soil firmly through the help of roots. Then the next is absorption. Absorption is being done by the roots. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil and is being supplied further for the growth and even for carrying out the process of photosynthesis. Then we have transport as its next function. Transport of again water and minerals is being done from the soil to the stem. So it acts like a passage between the soil and the stem. Then we have the next function, that is storage. So we have modified roots. Modified means these are the common functions I have said already. So there are some modified functions, means along with these common functions it does modified functions also, an extra function that is being done. So that is storage of food. So modification of roots we are going to see in the next slide. The first is storage of food. Roots like carrot, radish and turnip are fleshy, but they store food in them. This food is relished by us as a vegetable. We all know that carrot, beetroot, turnip, radish, all these are the roots that are modified for storage of food. Okay, it's a kind of root which stores food and we use it as a vegetable for eating purpose. Okay, so they are edible roots, we can say. Then the next is support. We have seen certain long and thick roots hanging down from some plants, like banyan tree is very good example of it. In your textbook also you can see that figure 3.7 shows you prop roots of banyan tree, which helps the plant stand on its place. It gives support to the tree. Now the banyan tree is very hefty and heavy, so it cannot stand erect on its place only with the help of the primary roots that it has. So it also grows a prop root which helps the plant support and stand on its place. So I hope you all have understood what we have discussed until now, the root system properly, the functions of root and the modification of root. Now in our next part we are going to talk about the shoot system.